If you're South African, I want you to listen to what this man said.
The Zimbabweans were not necessarily a problem for South Africans. There is a problem, of course, South Africans don't want to deal with. If any Zimbabwean who's in Ndebele, I'm sitting in what used to be called the Transvaal. The last king of the Transvaal was a Zimbabwean king called Msirikasi Mashoa. And you read this in South African history. It's not made up. He only crossed over into Zimbabwe, retreating from Paul Kruger. So I'm supposed to tell the Ndebele people,
Go back to South Africa.
yeah, makwerekwe. I mean, it's almost, it's ahistorical. But why is this a problem? I want to suggest that it's a problem for certain white constituencies that's been nicely fed into black constituents. And I'm not suggesting there are no problematic Zimbabweans engaging in crime and other things. No, I won't be that simplistic. Their neighbors have been living in semi-autonomous modes for some time. And they've learned business complexity, like this building. Remember, I kept saying to you, big money makes money from our people. These people, the Somalis, the Zimbabweans, the Nigerians, I'm not talking about the ones that may be involved in crime or are illegal, the legal ones. Where are they setting up? They're setting up in the middle economy.
They're setting up in the townships.
And who are they threatening?
They're threatening ShopRite.
Yes. And so it is those sort of, so our people end up fighting battles for somebody else.
On behalf of ShopRite.
Yes, for somebody else, because
They're fighting the spaza shops on behalf of ShopRite.
know,
Perhaps they will say they want the spaza shops.
no, but if that was the fight, I would say to them, hey, come. You have access to capital. Come and set up in Badwich. Come and set up in Rwanda so that Zimbabweans are not crossing here to come and buy, not from you. Because look at how many Zimbabweans cross into this country. Thousands that don't stay, that cross just to buy. So why is South African black business
Not setting up in Harare.
or in Badwich?
And Baybridge, yes.
Spare yourself the cost. I will make a little bit more money because I'm getting paid dollar. Right? Since you guys are using US dollar. And I'm saving you the trip. I can even set up a delivery. You order from your home in Sakuva, we'll deliver because it'll still be cheaper than you having to pay, bribe people at the border, make a risky. The intra-Southern African black community that united to fight against colonial occupation, apartheid, and needs to have an economic logic to it. That actually says we have differences. They're very practical. Let's not pretend that having Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, and others won't cause a strain on the healthcare system here. But let's ask ourselves a more practical question. If you look at how much money is being made out of Zimbabwe by South African business, out of Nigeria by South African big business, right? You surely must, as black people, we must be getting to a stage where we're saying, hang on, how do we turn our problem into our benefit? How do we talk to the Department of Trade and Industry and others and say under the so-called Continental Free Trade Agreement, how do we create collectives of black business that enables a broader wealth base through investing in manufacturing or whatever it is that will be? Because isn't it ironic that...
So your answer essentially put is, do you want to solve the big immigration question in South Africa? The solution is go set up businesses in Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans won't come here because they will work for you. They will buy from you.
The bulk of the Zimbabweans who come here don't stay. The bulk of the Zimbabweans who come here don't stay. If you go to Baybridge border post, they don't stay. And it's a very interesting thing. Think about it. Nobody talks about the generation of Zimbabweans that came here in the 1930s. Right? In the 1950s cities. They came for the Swenel, I think. Their children were born here. In fact, some of them don't even know that they are Zimbabweans. It's only when they die that some...
And Malawians. There's a significant naturalized Malawian population. But there are a lot of Zulus in Malawi who went there with this Msarikazi arrangement. Yes.
Was it in Zwangendaba?
Yeah, in the Zwangendaba in the 1800s. So long ago.
So now you will save Jan van Riebeck's niece or nephew or grandchild. Is more indigenous with
Ziliga's grandchildren.
I mean, everyone think about this, right? The Zulu king goes to Malawi for Ingwala, right? That's a celebration. They recognize that these are their people, saying, and then these people are supposed to be Makwerekwe.
Did you hear that? Did you get the point? Did you copy that? Follow me. Click on like, subscribe, and follow me for more videos like this one.